Roger, Roger. All right, let's get to John here. John, tell us what's going on down there in Lawrenceville here in a couple of weeks.
Well, we've got pretty much the last Hamfest of the year for the probably the state of Georgia, I believe. And it's going to be in Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is the county seat for Gwinnett County, just northeast the city of Atlanta, of course. And it's put on by two clubs mainly at the moment, the Alfred Memorial Radio Club and the Gwinnett Amateur Radio Society. So we're looking to, of course, we've got the support of other clubs. The North Fulton Amateur Radio League helps out with stuff at the Hamfest, the Atlanta Radio Club, and let's see what other clubs we have there. Well, I knew I was going to do this. I'm going to leave somebody out and upset somebody, but quite a few clubs that are already supporting it in one way or the other. So even if they're not directly supplying the volunteers, they're still supplying other things. So it's a great time to be in the Atlanta area. The clubs are I know with clubs of the year stuff coming up, it's a great time. All the clubs are working together, and we're going to have a good Hamfest in about 2 weeks on the 1st and 2nd. It's a 2-day Hamfest, and it will be at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds. And of course, as always, keep checking the website, because trust me, things change. You lose a vendor or you lose something or another, and forms change a little bit. I think we've just about nailed our forms down. We're probably still one or two that's not completely solidified, but we've got a strong slate of forms over 2 days. If you we've got POTA, we've got Meshtastic, we've got stuff for Nano VNA people, Oxcom, Tarpon, which is a repeater network. We've got, of course, it's the ARRL Georgia State Convention, so they'll be there, and they'll be doing the first forum on Saturday. So it's a good chance to come out and ask questions of the ARRL. We're actually going to have, I know at the moment, we're going to have two candidates for the Southeastern Regional Director. Mickey Baker, N4MB, he supports all these things, so he's always at these kinds of events, so he'll be there. And then I know signed up Tom Schaefer, N4YI, I think the call is. Hopefully, I should have wrote that down in front of me. So the two of them I know are going to be there, so you'll be able to actually, let's see, I'm trying to think of when the voting ends. I think you still have time to vote after meeting these guys, so they'll be there, and you'll be able to ask questions of the candidates that are there's of the four that are running for the office. The Atlanta Radio Club, Huntsville Radio Club, and the Orlando Radio Club just recently hosted a forum on Zoom, and we had a couple hundred people join in on that, and people were able to hear the candidates and ask questions, but you'll actually be able to see them in person at the Hamfest. So if you've been wanting to ask the questions of these guys, this will be a good opportunity. So last big Hamfest for the Georgia area that I know of. We've actually got quite a few Hamfests now in the state of Georgia. Too many to count now at this point, but a lot of little ones, a couple bigger ones, and great time is had by all. We were just at Chattanooga 2 weekends ago now.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
First time I'd been that quite some time. And that was a neat little Hamfest. I'm looking forward to. It's on a bad weekend for me, so I'm going to try to get back. But this year it happened to be a couple weeks early, so I was able to make it. But that's a good one, and we enjoyed being up there. We met a lot of people and answered a lot of questions about the Hamfest coming up. So, yeah, little plug here while I got a chance, while I remember it. Like I said, we got several clubs that are working together to put all this stuff on. The Gwinnett Amateur Radio Society, they host what they call Tech Fest in the first part of January, and you can find out information on that at techfest.info. And then a week after the Lawrenceville Hamfest, or Stone Mountain Hamfest, I'm sorry, Stone Mountain Hamfest, the week after, the North Fulton Amateur Radio League has what they call Ham Jam, and they bring in anywhere from 1 to 3 speakers, and they've got a little lineup coming, and that'll be the weekend after. And you can get information on that at I believe it's hamjam.nfarl.org. So if you're looking for something to do on the 8th of November, check them out. But certainly check us out on November 1st and 2nd. We've got 12, 13, 14 acres of boneyard tailgate space. So we've got a lot of tailgaters out there. We've got a separate building for flea market tables. We have about a little over 100 tables out there, and got quite a few vendors signed up for indoors. We've got Wireman, Ham Radio Outlet, Sign Man of Baton Rouge. One of our favorites that lives in the area is Ham Radio Prep, of course. And they'll be demonstrating the logbook and stuff there. So that's a good chance to see that. We'll also have, like I said, the ARRL Tower Electronics has been a steadfast supporter of the Hamfest over the years. And they make that trip down every year from the north. And so it's a good chance to pick up pieces and parts. We've got a couple Mesh-tastic tables this year. The North Georgia GMRS group, including their new group, which is the North Georgia Amateur Radio Association that they just started. They'll be there with several tables. The Raleigh Hamfest will be there, and the Orlando Hamfest, I believe, is going to be there. And like I said, we got 5 or 6 clubs that'll have club tables. We also have Soltech. If anybody's ever seen them, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's simply just a flashlight or a flashlight company. They've got a lot of neat gadgets that light up and that you can use for flashlights and some other, utility stuff to them. So it's a great time, and we hope everybody will come out and join us. Like I said, we've got a great set of lineup of forums, and we'll have an ANSAT trailer out there doing AMSAT, an Aries trailer, and the North Fulton group. They're big into kits, and I think they're going to be playing with their oscillator kits out there also. So great prizes. We didn't skimp on the prizes either. So I think we finally settled on the 7,300. We were looking at prizes, and some a little hard to get this time of year. So we should have 7,300.
That is not a 7,300. That is a 710.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
This information, if anybody's ever even remotely been involved in Hamfest, it's a lot of back and forth, and things change. And
I mean, if you're committed to giving away a 7,300, it looks like you still need a second prize. It says TBD.
Yeah, my radio.
yeah, so.
John, I got 2 questions for you. Number one, if you don't mind sharing, what is the average attendance normally like for the Hamfest? I mean, the Atlanta region's a pretty big region.
Yeah, it's and I meant to check the numbers for the region, but we get about 1,400 people over the 2 days at the Hamfest. So
That's fantastic. The other question: what is the last possible moment a person could sign up as a vendor?
You know what? If you call me on Friday, I'll find a space in the building for you. But the sooner the better, because like I tell people, if you give me a chance to advertise what you're bringing, you'll probably have a better chance of selling some stuff. And I did leave one out, of course. There's a vendor that we met at Chattanooga, and he's Lauren Electronics, and they have a lot of high-end test equipment that they're bringing. Plus, he's got a series of something called President's Radios. And I know most of that's CB, but there is a 10-meter, I believe there's a 10-meter radio, and there's a 10. Mm-hmm. So they'll be there also. And that's the first time I've ever met these guys when I was in Chattanooga. So really, really friendly. And I think they're going to be a good addition to the Hamfest also. So, yeah.
I see a lot of really good friends of the channel that are coming. I mean, Chat Radio is a friend of the channel. Some guy's named Ham Radio.
Yeah,
Prep.
well, I'll have to, that one. Yeah, we're going to have to take that. Unfortunately, Jim's not going to be able to make it.
No.
It's Halloween, and he's just not been able to. And I meant to get that off before we came on tonight. He's most of his crew's out doing Halloween birthday stuff apparently, and this is the one year where it fell on that same week. And at first, when he told me, I thought maybe we were interfering with his, in his trick or treating or something. But no, he said he just doesn't have the people to man the booth. But he'll be back next year.
Fair enough. See, M&L Radio Technology, Leroy. We love Leroy. He's been on the channel a few times.
Well, no, I'm sorry. That's another one. Sorry about that. That's what I'm saying. You kind of need to check those two. M&L. He told me today he's not going to be able to make it. So
that's disappointing.
One kind of caveat to that is I try to tell. try to tell people when you go to a Hamfest, some of these guys really need you buying stuff. So, when you go to a Hamfest, take some extra cash with you and just make an effort to buy, I know you probably buy from them online and stuff, but just make an effort to take some cash with you and buy a few things at the Hamfest and help support them and their trip, because it costs, thousands of dollars for some of, obviously the manufacturers spend thousands of dollars, but even these guys that like Leroy that come, 5 hours away, and the vehicles they drive and the lodging and everything else they have to, it costs quite a bit. So every little bit helps. And so I always kind of push people to empty your pockets out while you're there. So
I can definitely understand that with my 2025 tour. Boy, it costs. It costs. Go ahead, Andy. What you got?
Yeah, James James at least is coming for World Radio League and Ham Radio Prep. I believe is that yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, James will be.
I think Jim is. He just moved to Florida, but I think he's coming back up for the event. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they'll both.
He might be. I hadn't talked to him, but I wouldn't be surprised because he just left the area and he loves the Atlanta area too. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we were just talking about this, and I think we've got some stuff going on over at Ham Radio Prep. Some exciting new stuff happening there, and I think they were going to do some filming while he was in the area. So.
Now, are you going to go, Andy? Are you going to make the trip down there?
I'm not going to make it. No.
2026. You can't make it this year.
We might make it one of these years.
I was just doing the maps. It's about a 10, 11, so probably a 12-hour drive from Springfield, Missouri, where I'm hanging out now. So it'd be quite a trip down there. But it sounds like an event not to miss. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty good event. Lots of people, lots of vendors, lots of tables and stuff like that. So we wouldn't mind coming down and supporting you. I'm going to have to see logistics and see if we can do it. But it'd be very cool to come down there and hang out with you guys. And it's so cool that you guys have so many clubs working together to pull this off. It's awesome what you guys are doing down there in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Over the years, I wouldn't say the clubs haven't cooperated, but we've just all been busy doing our own things sometimes. But the last many years since COVID, or actually before COVID it started, the clubs have really been working together to support each other. So it's a good thing. And an event like this is obviously a great chance for everybody to get involved one way or the other. So it's happening here in Atlanta, and I hope it happens other places too.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. Other questions? I see a couple of camper names coming in the chat. We'll catch on those a little bit later. Any other questions from the chat or from the panel, or Marvin or Michael?
Nothing. No.
Well, I know it's exciting. John and I have been talking back and forth over email the last couple of days, and we were looking at a way for me to come down, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen this year as much as I would like to. I will be arriving back from Los Angeles on Halloween Day, and the Hamfest is the next day. So it's going to be a little hard for me to make that trip, but we are committing 2026. HamShackTV Hamfest Tour will make a stop in Lawrenceville.
Somebody may have already asked this, and I may have just missed it, but what's your typical attendance numbers?
About 1,400 right now.
1,400. Awesome.
That's not bad. That's not a bad fest at all.
And we're like anything. We're putting plans in place to grow, obviously. So the Atlanta area has. I mean, just the Atlanta area itself has a lot of ham. So we're working with things to get more and more people, especially on Sunday. Just a little caveat about Sunday. We kind of threw something out there on Sunday. Admission, well, right now, if you show up at the gate on Saturday, it's $10 for both days. Or if you buy your tickets online now, which you can go to StoneMountainHamfest.com and buy your tickets now, they're $8. But if you happen to not be able to come out on Saturday, but have Sunday, you can come out for Sunday, and it's only $5. Plus, if you want to tailgate, there's no fee for the tailgating either. So we were trying to throw something in last year to start with, trying to find ways to get people on Sundays. And not telling them not to avoid church, but sometimes the Hamfest can't be missed. So
See, what we need to do is get Gray Man Poe to come down there and have his ham church that he does.
No,
Okay.
it's Sunday school.
Sunday school, that's what it is. There you go.
But yeah, we just a plug about the different addresses. The StoneMountainHamfest.com, of course, is the website address, and then we have a presence on Facebook, and we also have a presence on Instagram and Twitter. So you can kind of, if you're into those, you can kind of keep up to date on things as they, especially over the next 2 weeks, as things get promoted and more information's added. But Twitter and Instagram are at the @ STNMTN Hamfest. So at Stone Mountain abbreviated Hamfest.
That's
So
out.
join us on those and stay up to date with things. We'll try to plug any changes that we can, and plus promote our great vendors. So we always have a full, like I said, a little over 100 tables, and the flea market's always full, and the 12 acres of tailgating is usually pretty full too. A lot of tailgaters out there, so it's a great chance to get out there and find just about anything. And like I said, we've got all the Meshtastic and POTA and all those little Nano stuff and Arduino stuff. So it's a lot of neat little things that people can come out and check on, so learn about.
Outstanding. Well, folks, that's Stone Mountain Hamfest, November 1st and 2nd. Only 2 weeks away, 15 days away. Saturday is going to be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. unless this is wrong. Sunday is 8 a.m. Sunday is 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Gwinnett County Fairgrounds, 2405 Sugarloaf Parkway, Lawrenceville, Georgia. 30045 is the zip code. General admission looks like you will use the Davis Road entrance if you're going down there. Also, I see camping is available down there. You still got camp spots available?
Yeah, we've got that's inside where the tailgating is. We've got plenty of spots for those, so you can RV, car camp, tent camp, and I guess if you want to, you could just camp with no tent or anything like that. If you're just one of those that wants to sleep on the ground, knock yourself out. But yeah, it's $35 a night.
Yep, and you do have full hookups. The only caveat is you only have 50 amp plugins, right? Not 30s.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so folks with 30 amp or 30 amp campers like I do, you'll need a converter. But other than that, you're good. So it's exciting, John. Thanks for coming, and can't wait to for me to make the trip next year. But I can't wait to hear